What's up, Bottom Nation? Super cool episode with Willow Shields, probably best known for her work in the Hunger Games, but also, in a ton of movies and series on Netflix. I'm so excited to have her just because Hunger Games is a huge part of my relationship with my sister. And I'm a fan. I'm a fan of her work. I think she's so talented. And we get into some really funny stories, but also a really thoughtful discussion on being a working and out actor, which is a lot more difficult than I think most people understand. And Willow obviously has a great take on this. So I think you guys are going to love it. And Bre is on fire as per usual. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Bottom Nation. You are the heart and soul of this great country with no O of ours. I hope people got that joke. All right, thanks for listening, guys. This podcast is sponsored by Smalls. Listener, if you're a fan of the podcast, you know I have two little podcats, and I love them so much, and that's why I feed them Smalls. Smalls is my absolute favorite cat food because it's made with incredible ingredients that I would find in my own fridge. And every time I feed them Smalls, they go nuts for the stuff. They love it. Their fur is shinier, and they're healthier overall, and I can feel so good about what I'm feeding them. Now is the time to make the switch to Smalls. Head to smalls.com/gay and use promo code GAY at checkout for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use my code GAY for 50% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code GAY for 50% off your first order plus free shipping.
I knew I was like buyer pan when I watched like the dumbest movie ever, Aquamarine. And I was like, yeah. I'm into JoJo, one of the actors, JoJo. I'm into the girl who plays Aquamarine. Mm-hmm. I'm into the guy who plays the lifeguard. Like, it's so good. She has like these blue streaks in her hair.
Oh yeah.
She's like a mermaid that washes up to shore. She's a cutie.
Maybe I'm taking things too literally. I think the mermaid thing is like a little. I don't want to fuck a fish. You know what I'm saying? Dyed your hair.
I did. Yeah.
When did that happen?
A few weeks ago. I went a little darker, but I'm a natural brunette. I've just been trying to be a blonde my whole life, so
Whoa.
I've accepted my fate finally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. How are you feeling about it? It doesn't
good.
sound good. Accepting your fate.
Accepting my fate. No, it's
typically
good.
Doesn't happen after you win the lottery. I accept this fate.
I accept this fate. No, it's good. It's good. I'm just happy to not be bleaching my hair every 4 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure that's got to be like really hard. I don't know how femmes do it with their hair, but it seems. And I hope you're okay with me saying that. We just met. Okay.
I am very aware that I'm a femme.
Okay. So I don't know how you guys do it. It seems like a lot of maintenance.
I had an ex that was spending like $1,000 every 6 weeks or something crazy.
Yeah. People underestimate the time and money involved. And it's so funny because my girlfriend will make fun of me. She'll be like, you don't need to dye your hair. And I'll be like, I do. You don't understand. And she just makes fun of me for it.
And now you're not. So I think you lose.
Yeah. You've what was it? Succumb to your fate.
Yeah, I've succumbed.
You've succumbed to your fate. I think it was accept the fate, and now it's succumb.
Accept the fate. Yeah.
Bre, how are you? I know you had a migraine yesterday. Are you?
I'm feeling
okay?
100% now. Thank God. You
gotta whip yourself into shape. You know what's coming up this weekend.
I know. And in a weird way, I was like really hopeful that it was a migraine because I was like, if I wake up tomorrow and I still feel like shit, like what if I'm sick? But no, I'm 100%. It was great.
Bre is very new to stand-up comedy and has Nepo-babied her way through me into opening for me on the road in Calgary this weekend.
I'm so excited.
Bre, I think we might sell out, dude.
Okay. I have to tell you, I had my first stress dream last night. I've never had one about like stand up or anything like that. And last night I had a dream that we were sitting there and it was kind of like a school dream when you realize you forgot your homework, but I realized I hadn't written any jokes. So I was like about to go on stage and I was like, I have no fucking jokes.
Weirdly,
Yeah.
I think you're the only person that could pull it off because you have just absolutely fallen ass backwards. Willow, I cannot express to you how much Bre shouldn't be opening for me.
Really?
That's so sweet. Wow, that's so lovely. Thank you so much, Ash.
No,
Really
like you're
appreciate
really
the
good. You're
vote of
really
confidence.
good, but like you shouldn't be.
She shouldn't be an opener.
Yeah. No.
We're gonna elevate her right to headliner.
Yeah, straight to headliner.
No, you're so confident up there. Your jokes are so well written. It really makes no sense. You've done stand up like 4 times.
I love the support. It makes no sense.
Yeah. It makes no fucking sense, but we're
Bre,
doing it.
the whole thing with Bre on this podcast is she roasts the shit. I don't even know how you got here, Willow. This is sort of okay. So let's shift to Willow for a second.
Yeah.
Guys, we're in the apartment. We're having gay sex. We're having gay sex with Willow Shields, star of the fucking Hunger Games.
So fucking insane.
Series on Netflix, content creator. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's fair to say. Yeah.
What?
So cool. Yeah, what?
Well, I'm a huge fan of the show, so I reached out to you and I was like, please bring me on. Please.
Why?
Duh.
Why?
I
Like,
love
why?
it.
Yeah,
I
why
wanted
are
to
you
be
here?
That's so nice.
Because I want you guys to roast the fuck out of me.
No, I can't do that.
You can. I believe in you.
Well, it's hard for me because, okay, I'm sure you get this all the time and I'm sure this is like so annoying, but can I talk about the Hunger Games for a second?
You can, absolutely.
Okay, because it was like 10 years ago, but
It
like
was.
I'm still on this shit. Okay, so my sister and I, that was
Yeah.
like our thing. We read the books together and then we would always go to the movie like the opening weekend together.
Yep.
And that was like our sisterly thing. And you played Prim,
Yeah.
which is like that younger, like the Katniss Prim sister thing for me
Relationship,
and my
yeah.
sister. And then when you're, okay, spoiler. If you have not seen the Hunger Games,
You're a little late, but
there has been time. Are you in the most recent one?
No, because it's
No.
a prequel.
Right.
Yeah.
I was about to say they would, if there was jumping back and forth, maybe, but yeah, I mean, like that, like Greer and me and my sister were like weeping in the theater. Like,
Aw,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. No, it's good. That it worked then.
yes, you did your job extremely effectively.
Thank you.
And what else? But let the people. I usually say, okay, I'll just say it. I'm if you're new here and you're here because you're part of the extreme cult following that Willow has created. I looked into that a little bit. You have like a crazy fan base.
Kind of, yeah. It's like I would say 10 years ago it was a little bit more intense because
Yeah.
I was like,
No, but the people that are still around Willow, I
yeah,
mean, that is
they're pretty powerful. Yeah, I mean, I think part of it was that like while I was filming and the movies were coming out, I was around the same age as a lot of the people that loved the movies.
Right.
So people were like, "Oh my god! Not only
not
do
me.
I love these
I was
movies,
a full-grown adult with a job.
But there was a good bit of people who were like, when I was 14 or 15 and the movies were coming out, they were like, "Oh my god, she's the same
Or
age
maybe
as me,
23.
and she's- or 23," and they're like, "Look at her go." But no, I think it's most of my fan base is like a lot of really cool and obsessed teenage girls who are now maybe still obsessed in their 20s and 30s, depending. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think I have like a weird mix of like really cool people and then of course like creepy people as always.
As the internet is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not in my community. Everyone in my community is perfect and wonderful. Especially if they're donating to patreon.com/WHGS. In fact, if you are not donating, what kind of fucking creep are you getting this for free? That's disgusting.
Yep.
Well, thank you for being here. That's really cool. It's just like a
Thank
really
you for
cool part
having
of
me.
my life. You were
Yeah.
I don't do this a lot, but you were a part of something that was really a piece of entertainment that was really important to me and my sister.
That's awesome.
And
So cool.
yeah, so I just wanted to like let you know that you were like a part of me and my sister's relationship, and I just thought
appreciate
that was really neat.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good about, we worked on those movies I grew up, I literally, like, from beginning to end, people watched me go through puberty on camera, and it was the most embarrassing thing ever.
That was my favorite part about it, Willow. I was holding back on that.
It's nice to know that people appreciated it.
Sorry, it's disgusting. I'm so sorry that I said that.
The one person who's creepy in this community is Ash.
It's me. It's me. Thank you, Bottom Nation, for letting me creep on you. But yes, so I'm Ashley Gavin, cis gay white woman, she, her pronouns. European tour. I'm going to Europe.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm
the
so
way
excited.
you said that, it was like, you're in P and tour. And I was like, what are we're talking about? Like, what?
Bre, that is disgusting. Can we go back to Willow's puberty, please? That is disturbing. And then as she, her pronouns gay.
Are you talking about me or Will?
No, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me.
Okay.
I identify as having a European tour.
Okay.
And I'm so excited. London, Dublin, Belfast, Manchester, Edinburgh,
That's
Brighton,
awesome.
Berlin, Amsterdam, Copenhagen, maybe a few more. Paris. I know, it's crazy. My dreams are coming true. Although I'm making no money. The venues are small and it's really expensive. So please come. Actually,
I mean, that's the way to do Europe, though. Like, at least you're not like losing money. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't
great.
think I'll lose money. I think I'll make a couple bucks, but you know.
go.
And then, as always, sometimes the roast co-hosts to take me down a few pegs, or am I just receiving a few pegs? BREANNE Williamson.
Hey, what's up? I'm Bre. I always find this part so weird. I'm a lesbian. I feel like I'm coming out every week, like awkwardly in front of like a high school class. I'm a lesbian. My pronouns are she, her.
Thank you. Do you mind saying your things?
Sure.
Willow.
Absolutely. I'm Willow. She, her pronouns. I consider myself, I guess, bi or pan. I'm not sure which one, but both work.
Nice.
Yeah. I think a lot of people fall into that category.
Yeah. I'm still figuring that out.
And that's okay. But you have a girlfriend right now.
I do. I do have a girlfriend right now.
What is she like? Like, what is your type?
I don't really feel like I have a type. I know a lot of people say that and you're like, bullshit. But I really don't feel like I have a type. We have like a very cliche kind of gay relationship though. We met at the rock climbing gym. Which is like,
oh God.
I mean, how many?
Do you do that, Bre? Are you in on this?
No,
I mean, am I wrong? It's kind of cliche.
It's so cliche.
It very quickly became a cliche. Before, you know, not a lot of lesbians were doing it. I bouldered before and then I stopped and then everyone else started.
Of course. You started the trend and once you finished, everyone else got in on it.
See, you understand me, Willow.
I
You are
do.
a fan of the pod.
I understand the way you think.
Thank you.
I don't know. I feel like rock climbers, Willow, I don't know if you know the lore on this, but the bird watching community is really mad at me because I said I don't like lesbians who bird watch. Like, there's something.
I think you put something in my brain. I have been watching a lot of parrots on Instagram. And they are so cute. And I didn't know this. And now I'm like, do I want a bird?
No.
You don't.
I think like the rock climbing lesbians are like one tier up. One tier up is the queer women going to rock climbing gyms. It's a slippery slope to bird watching, though. I will say that. I think
That's terrifying.
I know. I think you're like one step away. You're one quick walk around the forest away from joining a bird watching
that's
club.
That's gonna be me in 5 years, 10 years. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching a lot of birds in 10 years.
You will.
God.
I guarantee it.
Wait, what were we talking about?
You were saying like, what's my type?
Oh yeah, what is your girlfriend like? You met at the rock climbing, and so we already know she wears jeans and like a tank top, and she just like didn't change. She just like rolled into the rock climbing gym, didn't even have a membership, and then just like climbs the hardest thing. She's like, I've never done this before. Is that
100% what she's like? That is what she's like. She wears her Dickies jeans or her Dickies pants, a cute top. She walks into the gym. Everyone there knows her name because she is the best climber that climbs at the gym. And then she climbs on the hardest thing that they have at the gym.
What is her haircut?
She has long hair, actually.
Oh, okay.
Which
okay.
is funny because I talk to her about it frequently because she doesn't like having long hair, but she doesn't want short hair, which is interesting. She'll be like, she wears her hair up all the time.
That's my girlfriend.
And I asked her, I was like, you wear your hair up all the time. Would you ever consider cutting it? And she was like, I don't think so.
Tight bun, top knot girlfriend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's my girlfriend too.
Yeah.
She has the longest hair. She always wears a hat or a beanie, or she has her hair in a bun up or down. And like, she would never wear her hair like just down or doesn't really like that. But she won't cut it. Like, she doesn't want it short.
Yeah, my girlfriend said she loves her hair long, but she does let me braid it, actually. She frequently likes me to put a little French braid on the side and then pull it into a low bun.
Cute.
So, yeah.
And then puts it in a bun immediately.
Yeah, still in a bun. Yeah. Still has to be in a bun.
Wait, Bre, okay, I'm going to put something out there for you, Bre. I don't know how you're going to feel about this.
Okay.
You and your first of all, you've been posting a lot of couples content, which I've been enjoying greatly. Even though philosophically I am against couples content, I am enjoying yours because we are actually friends. So like, I know Julia, I know you, so I can enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay.
But you guys are kind of like a little bit. You are like a little bit mask for mask, the two of you, and I don't think everyone knows that.
Yes, we are, definitely. It's funny because people, like, I think because I have quite a feminine face, a lot of people, like, immediately, if they just looked at my photos on Instagram, like, just put me in that category. But
you're like a mean femme, but you're not actually mean. You're just like a dude.
Yeah, I have a very masculine personality. And then my girlfriend's very, like her personality.
Hidden bottom bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I fucking hate. Sorry. There's like a homophobic part of me that's like, man up, bitch. Like if you're gonna wear the top knot, you have to top. It's in the name.
There's some things you have to unpack with that for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Very toxic.
But yeah, we
sorry, Willow's like, I have to go.
She's like, I'm fucking out of here. Yeah, and then we both have very like masculine wardrobes. Like I wear mostly men's clothes, so does she. So yeah, but we have very different styles, so we don't share clothes. So a lot of people ask that, but we have very different styles.
I feel like that's usually common.
Mm-hmm. No, we don't
interchange the clothes.
Actually, she steals my stuff sometimes, but I'm apparently not allowed to do the same back to her.
Bro, you're the boyfriend.
Yeah, literally. Like that's literally how it feels. Yeah, she steals my hoodies. That's the vibe.
Listener, are you listening to our Patreon exclusive You're Having Gay Sex? Well, here's a sneak peek of what you missed last week.
The Super Blue Blood Moon foursome. Hottie was in the front. I think she was changing clothes or something while Satan and I were in the back smoking a joint and messing around. Satan and I started to playfully make out and touch each other in the back of Hottie's car. And once she realized what was happening, she climbed back to join us. Plant is asexual and kindly wanted no part in it.
I love that every part of the LGBTQ, but like not really, is represented. It's just like all the plus.
Yeah.
This is all plus, this story. There are 4 bonus episodes a month of this series, You're Having Gay Sex, on our Patreon at the $10 tier and then 2 at the $5 tier. Patreon.com/WHGS. Well, let me jump into my story because, Bre, I know you're going to roast the shit out of me for this. So, Willow, also, like, feel free to jump in. Like, you've listened to the pod, but, like, truly jump in at any time to ask any question or state any thought.
Okay.
Because I can tell that you're funny, so just do it.
Oh, God.
So, I, famously, my roster has been quite dry. I'm in an open relationship, Willow. My roster has been so insanely dry for guys. The last time I brought someone in new was in May and I had sex with her in June. And
here's the thing. I think that Jen is in an open relationship.
No, Jen is dry.
I think
Jen is dry.
Ash
Jen is dry as well.
Living monogamy.
Nope. Jen. Jen is dry. So I then hooked up with someone, a friend of mine that I had hooked up with in the past on September 30th. So let's say October.
You rolled that one into October.
What?
If it had been February, it would have been March. Okay.
Fair.
So
We'll take it. You round up.
Calendars are weird. What is time?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's been a while, and then Jen officially went dry in like November, early December. So we're both kind of a little bit on the dry side.
Right.
And like the thing is, I don't know if you guys have ever been in an open thing, but when your relationship is good and your girlfriend is hot, the bar is high.
Yes.
Why do
Checks
I want
out.
to exactly? Why do I want to put myself at risk?
Right. It's almost like you've gone like so far towards openness that you've swung back around.
Yes.
Now you're like, why though? Like what are we doing here? Why are we doing all this?
You've explored your options and you're like, she's still the hottest one.
Yeah, exactly. I've explored the options and there are none left. I have sampled every ice cream here. So I really need to want a bowl of fucking ice cream if I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Because there's
Right.
risk associated, you know? Like,
Right.
you just don't know how well it's going to go. I've had a series of misses as well during this time.
You don't say.
And here... How long have you been with your girlfriend, Willow?
Like 8 months.
8 months.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Okay. So about the amount of time that I have been dry. I am going to blame this on you.
Okay.
When's your anniversary?
Oh God. She's going to kill me that I'm taking so long to answer this. It's a little complicated because I feel like when we first started dating, we were like kind of dating, but we weren't really like fully together. So we say like May or June, but we don't know.
You just gotta
Okay.
choose one.
Yeah.
Here's what day I think it is.
Okay.
I think that it's May 14th because
Which is the day you went dry?
which is the day that I went dry. It was my last wet day. So we can say May 15th.
The day
Brilliant.
Ashley's sex life died. Okay. May 14th.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. And I can't wait for you guys to break up. But so aggressive.
Wow.
Oh God.
Sweet.
Okay. So okay, this was a dangerous one, and this is why I wanted Bre here. I was at a comedy club this weekend, and it is a fantastic comedy club. I'm not going to say where because I want to keep this sort of anonymous. Fantastic comedy club. I'm sort of waiting in the wings, and this cute server, came up to me and goes, "You are so funny. You're probably my favorite comedian that has come in like maybe ever." And I was like, "Oh my God."
So
thank
Ash is
you.
immediately wet. Yeah, that's like your favorite compliment of all
Well,
time.
to be clear, it's not just a compliment. This is one of the best comedy clubs in the world. They have the best acts in the world. Like, this is actually a really big compliment.
Yes,
Yes.
right.
Because they see everybody. So yeah, I'm drenched. And Willow, it's so easy with me. I have such a praise kink. It's really bad.
Yeah. It's super easy.
Just tell me that I'm good. It doesn't even need to be. It can be generic. You're just give
You're
me a
sort of
thumbs up.
funny. And she's slipping and sliding around the room. It's that
Sort
easy.
of Bre.
Yeah, that's what she truly said, right? You're sort of funny. And
Yeah,
you were
that's
just like, let's get out of here.
That was okay. What you did.
That was okay. You could have done better, but
Good enough.
yep.
Well, that sent me into a spiral because she was cute and I wasn't sure if she was like trying to like have an excuse to
Yeah.
talk to me type of thing.
Right.
Because usually the servers, they don't really interact with the headliners because at clubs like this, they basically tell them not to. It's
Right.
like
Yeah.
respect their privacy type of thing. I don't know if they have that rule, but they don't really talk to you that much. And I, as a headliner, I don't fuck with that shit. Like, I do not talk to the staff. In my mind, it's not black and white, but I'm always safety first.
Right.
If we are in a working environment together, I need to be pretty damn sure that this is cool, you know?
Right. Yeah. You don't want to like all of a sudden the next day there's like some posts that you were like the creep at the fucking club trying to pick up all the staff. Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't want her to feel uncomfortable at her place of work. That being said, if I had a fucking nickel for every male headliner that has hit on the servers, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it happens all the time, and it's most of the time not an issue, but like, I don't want it to be an issue. So I say to my friend who was opening for me, who's a guy, and I think guys are like more sensitive to this stuff now than women, if I'm going to be totally honest, because like the so much has changed, and guys are like really
very
trying
conscious
to like
of it.
they're very conscious of it now. So, and they're more conscious of it in a way because like they're like big and scary, and this dude's huge. He's like 6'5". So I was like, what do you think? Like, what do you think is going on? Like, do you think that she's down, or like, what do you? And he's like, I don't know. Like I don't think it's wrong, but it also might not be right. Like, it's sort of like, so I think about this for 24 hours. I cannot stop thinking about this.
I'm just picturing you laying in bed. She said I was funny. She said I was funny.
So I go back in the next day being like, I'm just going to see,
please tell me you had a show there the next day. She's like, so, I just popped back in for a brunch.
So anyway, I'm still there. This is their office. And no, I had shows there the next day. But here's the thing. I hung out at the comedy bar, which is something I never fucking do. When I am done with my set, I am out of there. I am in bed in my hotel room. I hung out at the bar, and she was hanging out at the bar, and we were both hanging out at the bar, and we were both like kind of looking at each other, and I'm like, we're fucking looking at each other.
Was she still on shift? Did she have to be there due to employment?
Right. She's not even looking at me. She's just serving people.
She came over and asked if I wanted a drink. I had to pay for it.
But that must mean she's into me, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, we're both off. Okay.
Noted.
And we're like looking at each other. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, she has to approach me. I can't be the one asserting my power. It has to come from her.
Right.
And my friend is like, she's scared. You're the, you're the headline. This is intimidating.
Like, you're going to have to make the move.
Yeah, you're going to have to do it. But like, I get that you don't want to do it. So next day we go in. There's no nice way to say what I'm about to say. And I would just like to say that I think all people are beautiful, and whatever you want to do with your body is cool. But with her body, the tits were out, dude. The boobies.
What do you mean? What do you mean they were out?
They were out, bro.
You sounded like a teenage boy for a second. The boobies.
Like, are we seeing areola? Like, what do you mean?
It was a very flattering top and a push-up bra. And I'm looking directly into her pupils.
Based on this bone structure, I'm guessing it was due to a push-up bra. I like how you're guessing.
Bre, don't act like you've never seen it before.
Oh, I've seen the boobies being out.
She looked really good. And I know servers, any server will tell you don't want to look like that because you don't want the drunk men annoying the shit out of you.
Right.
Right? Okay. So I'm like, is this for me?
As every man in that bar is also
thinking the exact same thing.
Wait a second. Servers only wear push-up bras when they want to fuck me. Okay, yeah.
Willow, are you changing your opinion of me?
No.
I'm just being honest. We've all been in this situation where we have a crush on someone and you're like, is this for me? Or is this just because she feels beautiful?
I also think it's harder when you're like going after a woman. You don't fucking know sometimes whether you don't know. Yeah.
I don't know if she's gay. I know nothing, and I'm afraid to ask anybody because I'm not putting any juju into the air and making her feel objectified.
Yes.
Right.
I'm respecting
But she does
her.
have great boobies.
And the boobies are fantastic. Exactly. So again, I'm like waiting. I'm seeing if she's gonna talk to me. She doesn't talk to me. Then we get to the bar, and my friend's girlfriend is now there, and she's like, "You're being a fucking pussy." And my friend is like, "I don't know. This is I got a devil and an angel on my shoulder." And they're like, like they're each telling me conflicting things. And I'm like, "Did you see what she was wearing?" And my friends were like, No. I was like, she looks really great. And I swear to God, at that moment, she walks into the bar. We all turn around and at the same time go, because she looks, and then we all turned around immediately, and we were like, I think she may have noticed that. It was just like out of a movie. How good
She's like speed dialing HR. Like, she's just like crazy.
She looked really good. And, it
was like cartoon jaw drop moment.
That's exactly what we said.
Jessica Rabbit.
That is exactly what she said. Right. My tongue hit the floor. My eyes went auga.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So then she's doing the same deal. She's standing there. I'm standing there. And then finally my friend goes, let's go talk to your security. And I was like, okay. And we go over to security. And my friend is like, let's say that I came here and headlined one weekend. And I may have had feelings for the server. And then the security was like, you and every other male headliner, that always happens all the time.
Yes.
And she was like, well, we just wanted to know, is this particular server like single and like all this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, I don't know much about her, but I've never seen a boyfriend.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then he goes, she's really sweet. She loves corn mazes. She won Maze Master at the corn maze. And then I fell in love with her, obviously. She's incredible. She's Maze Master.
I'm sorry. He doesn't know if she has a boyfriend or if she's single, but he knows that she is the maze master. Like, what is happening?
Clearly,
So
they've done
random.
some mazes together. Long story short, I pussied out.
No.
I did. I just didn't want to put her in that position,
That's
especially when I have a love. Bre, Bre, is there a scenario that you would have been okay with? Because you'd be roasting me if I went up to her.
I just feel like
What would you
what
have
you
done?
have to understand, Willow, is that Ash is edging me every week with these stories. Every week, I listen to her rattle on for 20 minutes about how she almost fucked somebody.
And then
Since May 14th, I've had to listen to her talk about almost having sex. And it's just, it gets
It's wearing
exhausting.
thin. It's wearing
I'm
thin,
having
yes.
great sex with my girlfriend.
Oh, I gotta say, I wasn't expecting a different ending, but
Yes. Right.
What would you guys have done?
I have no idea. I probably would have been scared shitless. I have no idea. I feel like I've always said that I'm scared to make the first move because I have dated a lot of guys in the past, and I think guys are used to having to make the first move. So when I like first started dating my girlfriend, I was like really proud of the fact that like I made the first move to like kiss her. But it was like an awful first kiss. Because, no, not by her, by me, mostly, because we had been on like 2 dates or something. And she like walked me out to my car, and like a bunch of our friends are like in her house. So it's like kind of awkward because, of course, they know, like, are you guys going to go out to the car and make out or whatever?
They're watching through the curtains.
They're watching from,
exactly.
100%. And like we hug. And then I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to fucking do it. I'm just going to kiss her. And she goes to kiss me on the cheek.
Oh.
And I go to kiss her on the lips. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I just commit. I'm like, I have to commit to this. So
making out with the corner of her mouth.
I'm making out with her ear. Yeah. No, but then I still go in, but then it's awkward. So like we always say our first kiss was a little
bumpy.
But I still feel proud of like making the first move.
Yeah. And a lot of first kisses are like, you don't know each other's rhythm yet.
100%.
So like you can really have great chemistry with someone and still have a rough first kiss, you know,
Yeah.
like So that I think that's very normal.
That's so cute.
But I don't know, Bre, would you have hit on her?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Like, way to make me feel like shit.
No. That makes me feel better, actually, because I was like so in my head about the dynamic, and I probably shouldn't have been. I'm just like, like I've had some negative experiences based on rumors recently.
Right.
And so like, I just didn't want to put myself in a position where like it could be, if taken out of context, it could be weird. You know what I mean?
That. I think
I know you're being
course,
super respectful in like a workplace.
Perhaps too respectful, which can happen in the lesbian community, but I didn't, I just wanted more of a sign from her, and I don't regret it, I mean, I do regret it. She looked so good, you guys. She looked good before the boobies came out.
I don't think there wasn't an easy choice there. It was rock and hard place, but it would have been, you took the safe route, which is always, it's the smart choice. So
yeah,
there you go.
Should I follow her on Instagram?
I didn't want to talk to her in person, but I will follow her on every social media.
Well, maybe the next time but the next time I'm back there.
Oh, I know what you should do. You should sign up for the corn maze competition. And then like train for like a year. Get really good. Because she hasn't been beat in, like years. And then you come in and it's like you and her like head to head for the win.
And then you guys are both like just on the podium.
Yes.
Obviously she gets first place, you get second, and you're both really wet.
This is so much wetness. It's like
you're
the
so
maze
good at
is
corn
flooded.
mazes. You're so good at corn mazes. We're just making masa out there.
This is a rom-com. Like I need you to win the corn maze competition.
Very Hallmark.
Such a niche hobby or sport.
It is.
How you being respectful? The sport of maze of corn mazes is
corn maze.
It's a mind game. I mean, obviously there's the cardio of moving around, but ultimately at the end of the day, it is a mental sport.
I don't respect bird watches, but corn mazing, I will. I get behind that. I do.
Listener, if you think I'm doing a gay sex podcast and I'm not going to talk about my cats, and I mean my actual cats, listener, you'd be crazy. And that's why I'm so excited to be partnered with Smalls. If you're a listener of this show, you know that my cat cannot live without Smalls. Smalls cat food is protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients you'd find in the fridge, and it's delivered right to your door. That's why veterinarians.org rates Smalls 10 out of 10 for ingredient quality. Ever since my cat started eating Smalls, they puke less, their fur is shinier, they seem to be in a great mood, and I know they absolutely love it. They go crazy for this stuff, and I can feel good knowing I'm giving them something that I could even eat if I ate meat, but I'm not an obligate carnivore. Now is the time to make the switch to Smalls. Head to smalls.com/gay and use promo code GAY at checkout for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use my code GAY for 50% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code GAY for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. Listener, I'm leaving the country for 5 weeks and I'm going to miss my Helix mattress most of all. I love coming home and diving in to my perfect Helix mattress. And you know why it's perfect? Because I went to helixsleep.com/gaysex and I took their 2-minute mattress quiz. And it spat out, based on all of my quirky little specifications, the perfect mattress for me. And ever since then, that fateful day, almost 4 years ago, I have been sleeping better than ever. And I know what a big deal getting a mattress is, but don't worry, you have 100 nights to try it, and there's a 10 to 15-year warranty, okay? So don't stress, and don't just take my word for it. Helix has been awarded the #1 mattress picked by GQ Magazine and Wired Magazine. It's even recommended by multiple leading chiropractors and doctors of sleep medicine as a go-to solution for improving your sleep. Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/gaysex and use code HelixPartner20. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. Willow, did you have gay sex this week?
Not this week, no. I've been talking about this with my girlfriend. We're both on like antidepressants, so our sex life sometimes is like a little bit dry. Sometimes I feel like we go through phases where it's like we'll be all over each other, and then the next week we're like, no,
Nah.
Yeah.
we're in bed by 9 o'clock, and that's that.
It's real, dude. It's real. When I was on like birth control and all this stuff for freezing my eggs, it like totally changed everything for me. I was not horny in the least.
Yeah.
I mean, I was so unhorny.
Birth control killed me. Birth control, I could never, now that I'm like in a relationship with a woman, I'm like, I can't believe I was ever on birth control like for a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because,
I get that.
Because in the past I was like, I have no choice. You know what I mean? Like I don't need a baby. Yeah. And now like I was on birth control not too long ago for my skin, and I was like, this isn't even worth it. And I was like, I can't believe I thought it was worth it for a man.
Well, it drives you crazy. At least it drove me crazy.
It drove me
too.
crazy.
I was nuts.
Is this your first, like, how old are you? Are you like 23? How old are you?
23. Yeah.
You're 23. You're so young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to say that. That was, I'm
no,
old.
It's fine. You're not old.
I'm kind of old, dude.
How old are you?
I'm 36.
That's not that old.
That's not
You see how you added that? You see how you added that? 4 years ago, you would have been like, that's not old. 36 is new territory. 36 is the last age where you can add that. When I'm 37, you're going to be like,
yeah, it's old.
That's kind of old, dude. I can't believe I'm doing this.
With this old person.
With this, like as such an old person. Is this your first like girlfriend, or like when did you know you were gay? What's your story here? Like when did you come out?
I feel like I've known for a good bit of my life, but I think that like when I was a little bit younger, being an actor, like it was still, and it's so crazy how quickly this stuff has changed, but like even when I was a kid, like you would never think of like coming out as an actor because it would ruin your career.
And it's still kind of does.
It's still questionable. Yeah, it's still, especially I think specifically for, not to gender it, but men, it's a lot harder to come out in the industry as a man, gay man, than it is to be, you know, a woman coming out. But I think
I feel like if you're femme and bisexual, it's like kind of fine these days.
Yeah. People, in like, fortunately and unfortunately, people are just like, oh, hot. You know what I mean? Like, and so I guess when I was a kid, I was like,
I am one of those people, and I mean it in the fortunate way.
Right.
Fortunately, ooh, hot.
Ooh, hot. Yeah.
Also, I respect you and congrats. Bre, come on. I respect you and congrats on coming out.
Thank you. No, it's like one of those things where when I was a kid, I was like freaked out by it, I think, because I was like, oh, if I want to be an actor and I want to, you know, whatever. And then got a little bit older. I'd say by like 13 or 14 or 15, I was definitely like, oh, yeah, I am really into women and maybe I'm into everyone. I have no idea.
You also were on set with my celebrity crush. My only celebrity crush.
Is it Jennifer Lawrence?
Who else would it be?
I don't know.
It's the guy who played PETA.
It's Josh Hutcherson. I knew you were going to be into Josh Hutcherson.
That is so Ash's type. Josh and Ash, it's just like
it's
this.
President Snow, actually. I love President Snow so much.
This is so funny because this like
Julianne
reminds
Moore.
me.
That would work.
She's a hottie.
Julianne Moore. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, like, I think when I was growing up, I started to notice that more and more, either when I was like on set of something and I was like, okay, it makes me sound, I was just like, okay, I'm into him, I'm into her, I'm into her, I'm into him. Like, it was like this awareness thing that started to happen for me. And like,
yeah, you're literally in the hottest industry, in the hottest movie. Like, everyone is like, this is peak celebrity. This is who America is obsessed with.
And everybody's super nice. And I'm going through puberty. Exactly. I'm like
everyone's
growing
so
up,
talented and so funny and like,
and nice. And you're just like having the best time of your life. Cause you know, why not? And I think like, as I got older, I was just, it reminded me, I told my friends, I was like, oh, I knew I was like bi or pan when I watched like the dumbest movie ever, Aquamarine. And I was like, I'm into JoJo, one of the actors, JoJo. I'm into the girl who plays Aquamarine. I'm into the guy who plays the lifeguard. Like,
what is Aquamarine?
You've never seen Aquamarine?
Oh, that's good.
No.
You have to see this.
That's a gay awakening 101,
It
that
is.
movie.
I actually like literally got invited to this really weird party that was called a PowerPoint party one time. It was really dumb.
Oh,
and everybody
I've heard
had
of
to
those.
put together a PowerPoint on something, and mine was on how Aquamarine was my gay awakening.
Love.
So anyways, now you have homework. You have to watch this movie.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah,
Alex,
so
can you pull up some photos of Aquamarine so I can live react to it, please?
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex.
so good.
It's so
she has
good.
like these blue streaks in her hair.
Oh, yeah.
She's like a mermaid that washes up to shore. She's a cutie.
Hot mermaid.
Hot mermaid.
The colored hair is the direct correlation, I think.
yeah.
Maybe I'm taking things too literally. I think the mermaid thing is like a little. I don't want to fuck a fish. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm really
wanna
into
fuck a
mermaids.
fish.
Okay, well that's kind of hot.
She wants to fuck this fish.
Wait, how old? Before I start revealing my true feelings, how old are these people?
I have no idea. But I will say when I was
too
a kid
young.
and I was watching this, JoJo in this was like the mask girl that I was into as well.
Yes.
So I was
Oh,
like,
there's
I
a
was like, oh, I'm
mask?
into mask girls and femme girls because I think
Yeah.
so. I mean, when you say she was kind of masked, she wore like her cargo pants and like her belt and like
Alex,
a weird
can you make
polo.
an adjustment to the search?
Yeah.
Can we add JoJo, Aquamarine JoJo?
For that time frame, that was like as mask as you got. That
Exactly.
was it.
Like,
yeah.
I was surprised that they even. I mean, it's not going to look like it there, but
Yeah,
No, but
that
that
is
is-
funny. No, you're right. She's got a
So,
ponytail.
anyways, that was like my gay awakening when I was like 13, and yeah,
I like
can't-
how in 2008 having a ponytail was like full butch. They're
Yeah,
like, okay,
seriously.
yeah,
like-
100%. Now it's like a buzzed haircut.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. I think we've seen enough fish for now.
I haven't. I could look at fish all day, to be honest.
What is your fucking problem? That's
I'm
disgusting.
concerned.
I used to, when I was in high school, like, I'm not joking. This is crazy. I used to like, you know, when you like think of things to masturbate to, like fantasies in your mind.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
So I never
Please.
done that before.
Yeah, I need you to go into further detail about what you're describing.
I had like a really big thing for like mythical creatures. So either like mermaids or fairies or elves.
Well, you
I
know
was
what's
really
popular
into that.
now? The fairy smut that everybody's
Yes.
reading. It's
It's
very
free.
popular.
You cannot come for the bird watching community when you fucking jerk off
When you
to
jerk
elves.
off to mythical creatures.
There was like I would like hunt out
Brie.
any book series on that involved mythical creatures because I just thought
Oh
they were
God,
so
please
hot.
give one example.
I'm trying to think of them off the top of my head. There was this one that was about this like mermaid girl, but like I also watched one of my guy friends was like really into Zelda.
Oh God.
And I didn't know how to play it, but I would watch Zelda and I was like I was so obsessed. Like I just wanted to like fuck everyone in that world.
Good God.
Yeah.
Have you played Zelda recently though? Because Jen jokes that Link in the current Zelda, which I'm playing,
Yeah.
looks non-binary.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, definitely.
He's kind of a hippie guy. Like if you look at
I
his
believe
hips, he's kind of got like he's kind of got an ass.
Oh, when
got a
you said
butt?
hippie, I thought you meant like 70s.
No, he's also what's that, Alex?
There's literally the mission in Breath of the Wild where you need to sneak into the women-only
That's
city.
right. You
by
have to wear, you have to go
cross-dressing.
in drag in women's clothes. Yeah. Wow.
We love trans representation in Zelda.
There's also gay representation in it too. They don't say that he's gay, but there is a flamboyantly gay guy. Sorry,
Nice.
Willow. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Well, you really got us here. You're the one who wants to fuck a fish.
Hey,
We went down.
I never said that. Bree said that.
Yeah.
So
Bree wants to fuck a fish.
This is a safe space and all of us want to fuck fish. It's okay.
I feel like I'm not allowed to ask this, but did you ever have a gay experience on set?
And well, okay, kind of, yes. But it was because I played it was like my first time playing a gay role.
Oh.
And
cool.
I was kind of excited about it because this was like even before I had come out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everybody just kind of like knew that I was
You're
a little
like
gay.
me,
So it like,
put me in the role. I would love to play this role.
please, I want to make out with the girl. I want to make.
It's so challenging because I can't relate to it at all. I'm really gonna have to go out
Exactly.
of my comfort zone.
yes, I'm so out of my comfort zone, but I can make this happen. But yeah, I did like this indie film maybe 3 years ago. And yeah, I played this girl that goes off to college and of course is like, I'm super gay. And she meets this girl that of course she makes out with at a party like the first night she meets her and then falls madly in love thereafter. And yeah, I think like in a way I had a little bit of that experience on set. I wasn't like, I wouldn't say I was like
was
super
that your
like
first gay kiss? Sorry to interrupt you.
No.
Oh, okay.
I definitely like I had made out with quite a few girls. I had been with a few girls before then, but I'd never been in a relationship with a girl. Like that was the biggest thing. Although I will say, oh God, I hope she does not listen to this. I'm not going to name a name, but I did do that thing where I was like on a dating app when I was like 18, met a girl on a dating app. She lived in New York. I lived in LA. We like talked for months, right? And then like she came out to see me and it was like amazing, right? Yeah. We hung out for like 2 weeks in person.
Oh, nice.
And then she was basically like, I'm falling in love with you / like, I will move out here. Yeah. And I got scared shitless. And I was like, I can't do that yet. Because it was like my first sort of relationship with a girl. And I was like, I think I wasn't ready for like how fast girls move. Yeah. And now like I'm used to it and I'm like, I like it because it feels more natural. But like when I was 18, I was like, oh my God, I've only dated men. And they're like, you know, after 2 weeks to be like, I could move here if you want me to. I was like,
yeah, it gets real fast. I also think when you're coming out and like figuring yourself out, there's something relatable. I'm sure a lot of the listeners relate to this about a long distance relationship because you get to like dip your toes in but it's like still at a comfortable enough distance like, that it doesn't like feel that real.
Right.
Yet.
Which for me at like 18, I was like, okay, I'm comfortable like getting to know someone for weeks and then having sex with them. You know what I mean? Whereas I wasn't necessarily comfortable with that before.
Totally.
But and I did have like an experience on set with someone where I was like, oh my God, like it was really fun to like play in a gay relationship and then like make out with her all the time. But it wasn't even because I was like super into her per se. Yeah. I was
just
like
liked being gay.
I liked being gay. Yeah.
Felt
it felt right, which was nice. Yeah. And then like, I feel like, I don't know, I came out like 2 years ago, but honestly, like, I mean, this sounds bad, but I probably wouldn't have come out like online then. But I did feel like a big push kind of from like the industry and that particular movie to be like, are you really gay though? Yeah. Like people started asking a lot. They were like, you know, it started this discussion of, is it okay that you played this role? And I was like, no, it 100% is. But it kind of pushed this narrative of like, are you sure? Because if you're not gay, you shouldn't be doing this. You know what I mean? Right. Which was a very complicated subject that was unfortunate to have happen when I was like super stoked about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, oh God.
And then you're kind of like pressured to come out.
Yeah, a little bit. And it was like,
especially when
I don't
people
know.
are young. Like, you're young. Like,
and it also like that. It comes back to then like, okay, what do you call yourself? Because, you know, there's saying you're queer and then I was like, well, you know, at the time I was dating a guy and I feel like everybody was like, oh, then you're bi. So it was this whole thing where I had a lot of outside influence pushing me out kind of, which is sort of sad now looking back on it. But at the same time, now I'm like really happy, you know, obviously I'm very like open about it and I'm like, not ashamed of it or anything like that, but it was like one of those moments where I was like, fuck, people are really like, you gotta tell us whether you're gay or not, or it's not okay that you played this role.
And it's usually it's the queer community. It's not straights that are coming for you being like, whether, you know, like, and so
I get because people want representation. People want accurate representation, but it's hard.
Totally. But like, there are so many different things, first of all, with acting that you're acting. So it's like, you know, there's lots of forms of representation, but I am all for gay people playing gay roles, but the pressure that it attaches to young people to have to come out when they know it could potentially ruin their career
Right.
is like what really needs to happen, I think, this is my opinion on it, is we should be allowing gay people, like Kevin McHale is one of my favorite examples. I've had him on the podcast a couple times. I love him. I think he's so talented, but coming out was not great for his career.
Yeah.
But he's so talented. And I think it's like, if we can allow gay actors to play straight roles after they come out, that would sort of alleviate the entire thing. And then everyone can come out in their own time. You know,
which,
what I
as
mean?
Willow said, especially for men, just does not happen. Like, I can't think of an example of a man who is like out in Hollywood and
who's playing straight roles. Yeah.
It's tough.
Really rare. Yeah.
Because it's such a part of your brand. Like, if Timothy Chalamet came out as gay, that would be really hurtful to his brand, because it's so all these young women who are like in love with him, you know, and a lot of them would not, it would lose the sparkle for them, you know? So it's like, until we get to a place where it can work both ways, please don't pressure actors. Yes, we want the representation, but like, maybe let's assume that the director had a conversation with the actor. Like, come
100%.
on.
Yeah. But I think, again, like what you said is, I think then they're still, the industry and the community puts pressure on the director and the producers of like, if this isn't accurate, you're going to get like, you know, you're going to get punished for making this movie. And it's just like, it is all a little bit too much sometimes.
Well, especially when you have people like doing coming out stories and they're 18 playing a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
And it's
100%.
like, okay, so you're expecting this 18-year-old to have to make a public statement about their sexuality. Like, everyone knows how it feels to be 18 and be unsure of who you are. Like, that's such an insane pressure to put on a young actor.
Yeah. And I remember having conversations with certain people being like, I feel like my work is not really associated with my sexuality, but it is becoming
Neither
that.
is mine.
Not in any way, shape, or form.
0%.
But it's like becoming a little bit more of that, which is like okay, but it was like an interesting transition, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's such an annoying thing, honestly. But I'm glad that you had an opportunity to like be that representation.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like I just made this depressing. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you
not
didn't.
at all. No, it's super interesting, because I don't think, gosh, we in the queer community, we're so hard on each other, and it's like, you know, like maybe have some grace for some of these people. My God,
100%.
Totally.
Well, that was lovely. Thank you.
I
for
also
sharing
think it's
all
a
that.
really interesting, conversation to have. So yeah, thanks for sharing.
Bree, did you have gay sex this week?
No, but I have something I'd like to talk about.
Great.
On The Bachelor, I was watching The Bachelor.
Me too.
And on The Bachelor,
I know one of the contestants.
Can you introduce them to me?
Yeah.
Thank
Bro.
you.
I
Thank
met
you
her
so
in person.
Wait, which one?
Beautiful. Bleep this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's stunning. She's so beautiful and cute.
You should see her in person.
Oh, God. These girls are just so beautiful. It's nuts.
They are.
They are.
She's
It makes me insecure to watch reality television.
I know. It's kind of tough. It's like, who are these people? Like, what kind of gene pool did you find these people in? 0% relatable. You're like, this is just insane level
I do think
humanity,
influencers
beautifulness.
have replaced actors as the most beautiful people in society. No offense or anything, Willow.
No, 100%.
I think
agree.
actors, it's because they still want to cast people that are like beautiful in a relatable, like
Or like normal way.
attainable way.
Yeah.
Whereas like reality TV, they're like bring out these like like the gene pool went wild on this one.
Yeah.
Bring her out. You know.
Yeah.
That didn't sound that sounded like incest. Yo, the gene pool went wild on this one.
Oh my God. Okay. I was watching The Bachelor and they asked each other, I forget, it was like in one of those competitions or whatever. And they asked each other, like, who's ever faked it while having an orgasm or like faked an orgasm. And one of the girls was like, yes, I've faked it. And they all kind of judged her for it. Or a couple people were like,
oh my God, they can fuck the fuck off. They can fuck off.
right?
Yeah.
And I was like so taken aback by that. They're like, of course she's faked it. She's like fake and blah,
She's
blah.
a fake bitch.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell? I was
Meanwhile,
like, I'm
they have
sorry.
all faked it.
Yes.
In the straight community, are you fucking kidding me? They're all faking it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the
thank
time.
you. Because then I felt kind of insecure. I mean, I think I went to the extreme end because obviously I was gay. So when I was having sex with my boyfriend, my one and only time having sex,
That's so gross, Bree.
Yeah.
I faked it every single time. Like, I'm not exaggerating.
I think
never
it 80% of the time with guys.
I never came. It was like I had the whole rhythm down. I had the performance down. It was like it was acting training. I like
You
knew
were like a top tier porn performer.
Yes, that's literally looking back. That is how it felt,
Yeah,
Willow. Like I
yeah.
was like, I know how to make myself. Like I know what he wants. I know what's gonna be hot. I
Yeah.
like know what's gonna nail it. I know how to get in and get out, and I know how to make it seem like I had a good time. Like
Yeah.
I was so good at that. And like I look back and I'm like, I wonder if now, because obviously we were much younger and now this person has gone on and had plenty of other wonderful romantic and sexual relationships, I'm sure. I wonder if
Or
now
maybe
looking
not.
back,
Maybe
Or
everybody's
maybe
faking
not.
it.
Yeah.
yeah, or maybe not. I wonder sometimes if now looking back, he's like, oh, she faked it every time. Because
No.
at the time, he didn't really have anything to like compare it to.
Sorry.
So, yeah, do you think he just genuinely thinks that he like nailed it?
No, he was like, I'm the fucking man. And I
I
fucking killed
honestly
it.
think that the majority of men are like, I am a sex god.
What
And
is
maybe
this?
it's partially your fault. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, they're.
I don't know. My liberal guy friends, like my like kind of on the younger side,
Yeah.
like more Gen Z guy friends, they're aware. They know
They
that
know
women
that
are
they're
faking
faking?
it. Here's where I think they
Really?
don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Alex, I'm so sorry. They don't realize that the compliments they're getting about their penis are not necessarily true.
Yeah.
Are all fake. Oh my god, I was so
Alex,
so
eyes.
good.
Alex, eyes.
I was so good at making it seem like the penis was like large and like overwhelming. like
What would you?
like I was so good at that. Like, you know, when you're like when you're like sucking dick and you're like
Every single guy, no, I don't know.
I put a
But
lot of pizzazz. I'll just say that.
every single guy that I've met and like talked to about this, like in a real way, as like their bro, every
Yeah.
single guy's like, well, I don't have that problem. I was like, one of you has this problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone
Most of you.
out here has an unsatisfactory dick, whether that be aesthetically or whatever.
Yeah. 100%.
Someone is that guy.
Yeah.
One of you, I'm just attracting. Yes, Alex.
It's me. It's true. I've never believed any of that hype for a second. I'm like, I have the dick. I know what it looks like. I know you're just gassing me up. I like it, but
Oh my god.
You are a real ally, Alex. That's why you're here.
Love it.
You're a king. You're a realistic king.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Was that it, Bre?
That was it. I was just feeling a little insecure, but like I'm not joking you. It was like the Meryl Streep of sucking dick and, you know, having sex. Like I was an incredible performer. I do feel like I should get some sort of accolade for it.
Wait,
And,
did
like,
you book
like-
a role on The Good Doctor?
I did. I was just on. I just wrapped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bre.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was
We'll
really
look
fun.
for you on there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
That was such a weird transition. Also.
Wait, did you book a role in The Good Doctor?
Well, you were talking about
I hate
faking
that
it and performing.
I hate that could get clipped. I'm like, I was so good at sucking dick. Also, I booked.
Watch me on NBC Tuesdays at 7 p.m.
Congrats, Bre. That's great.
Thank you so, I don't know for which part, but thank you so much.
Dick, obviously.
Yeah, the Meryl Streep dick performance, not The Good Doctor. We don't care about that.
I think there's more people kind of cluing in that you're not going to have a satisfactory sex life with your partner if you're faking it, because you need to
Yes.
tell them what's good and you can't
100%.
like tell them, you can't like lead them down the wrong path.
Yeah.
So it's not good for you either. But
Because it's a hard thing to backtrack on.
Yeah, it is a hard thing to backtrack on.
You can't all of a sudden on the like 10th time you're sleeping with your boyfriend be like
I
an
can't
hour
come.
in you're not
Yeah.
coming and he's like, what's going on? Usually you've come 3 times by now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to backtrack. Like you've done too much at the beginning. So
Yeah.
anyone out there, you can't, if this is something that you're considering
Jen and I
long-term, you
backtracked.
can't fake it. Did
you?
you?
Yeah, because Jen had been with men mostly before me. And so like she faked it a couple times at the beginning of our relationship. And
Right.
I got it out of her. And I was like, please.
Faking it.
Faker. I got shaker. No, No, of course. I was like, I know why you did that, and it's totally okay.
Yeah.
And I love you, and don't you ever do that again, because I want to get really good at this.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's good.
As long as you're, like, I know it can be scary, but if you have a loving partner, you should just try and feel safe with them.
Yeah,
and
I never
tell them.
had that problem with my girlfriend. She just could not
What?
come for the first like 5
Oh.
times we had sex, and she
No
was very
faking.
honest about it.
Well, good. Honestly, that says a lot about you that she was honest.
Yeah.
Like you two have trust in the relationship. I totally thought you were about to be like, I never had a problem with that. We were both coming for hours. And I was like, fuck you, dude.
No, sorry. I should have led with that differently.
No, that's so good. I like that level of communication. I think that's also just a level of maturity in relationships. Like, I think everyone, when you're young and you're starting out, you think that there's a certain way. You always put the pressure on yourself that, like, maybe there's something wrong with me. I don't want them to feel embarrassed. Like,
Also,
sex
like,
is a weird thing.
accepting that you might need like a really strong vibrator is fine too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everybody's body is different. It like you were saying, antidepressants, like Jen's on
No, I literally had this
antidepressants.
conversation with my girlfriend right when we started dating. She was like, I just have such a hard time coming. And I was like, let's go to the store. And I was like,
yeah.
you might have these cute little vibrators here. They're cute, but
Not
they're not
cutting it.
strong enough.
You need the industrial. What is this? Pink? No.
Yeah, no.
We're getting titanium on this shit.
Yeah, exactly. But that's basically like the conversation I had with her. And she was like, oh, I don't want to use like a big annoying. And I was like, you might need it. And I was like, I was basically like, you need to come and we're going to figure out a way to make it happen.
I saw this girl who had an absolute mammoth of a vibe. I mean, like, I had never seen anything like that in my life.
Those
Yeah.
like white ones with the like
With the head on it?
the
Yeah,
head on
that's
it,
literally,
the classic
that
one.
is literally what I told her to buy. But not like the big one, like this. She was like, we have to get like the mini version of the big one, you know what I mean?
travel size.
Just the travel size, just to feel a little better.
Yeah.
Well, this was a great episode.
Yeah, it was.
Agreed.
Are you working on anything, Willow? Where can people find you and what do you want to plug?
Oh gosh. You can follow me on Instagram at Willow Shields if you wish. I post a lot of random shit there. Otherwise, I've been on strike, so I'm just now getting back to work.
That's
Hopefully
right.
shooting something in the next month. So,
Nice.
And
we'll
I'll be out
see.
in LA. We should hang out or record another episode when I'm out there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Bree, what about you?
You can follow me everywhere at BREANNE Williamson, and then I have a text list. It's linked to my bio.
You sounded so sad about it.
It feels like an annoying thing to always ask
It is.
for.
It's so annoying, but it really makes a massive difference. So
Yeah.
you just need to get over it. Alex, please insert sad music. Listener, it is a difficult time of year. It is snowing outside, okay? The gay people are cold. They are cold.
Yes.
They need shelter. I burped. They need shelter. They need food. Are you donating to patreon.com/WHGS? Are you?
Ask yourself that question.
They need you for less than the price of a cup of coffee for a month. $1.
Well worth
That's
it.
2 cups,
Yeah.
maybe 3 cups of coffee over the course of a year.
Uh-huh.
Do you love gay people?
It seems homophobic if they're not.
It does.
You know?
It does.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got
Okay.
a homophobic flair to it.
It does.
Yeah.
And then I'm going on tour, massive Europe tour, 10 European cities, maybe more. Yeah, get on the email alert. That would be super
yeah.
helpful for me, or go to my website. Thank you guys for listening. Patreon.com/WHGS. So many of you donated last month, and it really helps so much. So consider giving $1 a month. If everybody did that, we'd have, honestly, we could do whatever we wanted. We'd be so profitable. So if you've been listening for a while and you want more and, fun content from us, where we could take this in the future, give us $1. It really, really helps. It goes way further than ads. It is way, way, way better to give us $1 than to just listen to the ads. So patreon.com/WHGS to support this whole team. AshleyGavin.com to come see me live on the road. The shows have been, no joke, not exaggerating, the best shows ever. I'm just so happy with how these shows have been going. It's like just feeding my soul. So I really appreciate you guys who've come out to a show in the past 8 months or so. They are just been so awesome and so cool. So thank you guys. Have a great week. Listener, this episode is brought to you by Helix, my favorite mattress, the best mattress that I've ever owned. And don't just take my word for it. Helix has been awarded the #1 mattress picked by GQ Magazine and Wired Magazine. It's even recommended by multiple leading chiropractors and doctors of sleep medicine as a go-to solution for improving your sleep. And even better news than that, Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/gaysex and use code HelixPartner20. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now.